The pillows are fluff thanks to Miss Emily. The couch is wide enough, join the family. It's all love while we laugh at first criminalities. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup at hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh, please, the puppies need me. Oh, oh, please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credential stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup and hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh please, the puppies need me. Oh please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credentialed stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup that hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough.
I said, oh. Hello, everybody. Y'all got the right stuff. They said the right stuff. Shoo-ba-doo. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Mama. I appreciate it. Hello, Tux. Good evening. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and I appreciate all the mods and all the squads. I hope everyone's doing just lovely. Hey, RJB. Julie, how are you? Kristen, I hope you're doing well. Dr. Barry, are you in the house? Dr. Barry? Hello, Dr. Barry? I hope everybody's doing good for real. And happy Friday, Shayna, Northwest, what's up? Shayna and I are having technological malfunctions. We've been texting back and forth about technological malfunctions. Y'all, let me tell you what. I can't sometimes, y'all. It was a rough one. Hold on, let me respond to this real quick. So y'all, I finally got the Dr. Barry. I finally got the PO box situated. I don't know if it'll be in the description for here or not. But I have it. So because I know there was somebody, I think it is. You were wanting to send something. I don't know if you emailed me or if you're in the room, shout out or whatever, and I'll get it to you. But that debacle is finally over with. So yeah. So y'all today. Okay. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. So here's the thing that's tricky today, y'all. They don't seem to have his little usual update things that he's doing. I know Northwest about Corey Richards. Oh my gosh. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Tux. Yeah, Tux just dropped the new PO box. They don't seem to be doing like that thing we've been watching. So we're going to do a news clip and then we're going to read the thing because y'all, you see my pinned comment? As far as I'm concerned, oh, honey, she smoked. She smoked after today's testimony. I mean, again, it is what I think that the way this is going to end now is going to be because of the context of everything else going on. I know about Diddy. Can you believe that, Teresa? Because of the context of everything going in, they're going to put two and two together way better. Like they're going to be like, please. She totally killed him. They're here. Pardon me. They're hearing about all these crimes that she did. And so you already know you take that and then you take the testimony that we've seen so far. Now, mind you, we're in week 1, so a lot can happen, right? So yeah, Ginger says party. We already came up with a verdict. We have spoken. I mean, literally, there's honestly no reason for them to keep the trial up. That we could save Texas a lot of like taxpayer money at this point, right? So let's start off with that, because if you haven't seen this or heard like whatever yet, your mouth's gonna be on the floor. This is why people don't want past stuff to come up in trials. It's this exact reason right here. So please hold. Your call is important to us. Shippy-dippy-doo. Okay. Isn't that a good pause where I got it? He's like, where'd y'all go? We'll go on now. Rewind. Rewind. Oh, here we go.
Right now at 3, a bombshell morning of testimony in the Sarah Hartsfield murder trial as the jury hears about years of alleged crimes before she got charged for killing her 5th husband. KPRC2 News reporter Bryce Newberry is outside the Chambers County Courthouse.
This is what Sarah Hartsfield's defense team has fought so hard to keep out of this insulin murder trial. But so far today, we've heard about a murder for hire plot, the time an ex and her brother escaped separate fires they both believe she set, and the questions a different ex's family had when she fatally shot him in Minnesota. Sarah has been sitting and shaking her head in response to some of the testimony so far as an FBI agent took the stand and said he believes Sarah's 4th ex-husband acted under her influence to drive to Arizona and kill her 3rd ex-husband's new wife amid a custody battle for the kids. The defense kept pointing to the 4th ex recanting his statement in that case in sworn affidavits, and we have seen those documents. But in a statement since to KPRC2 News, Sarah's 4th ex-husband, David George, wrote, "I retracted the truth trying to protect her. Anybody who knows me knows I wouldn't do that. Sarah has 2 loves in her life. That's all she's ever had, herself and money." Sarah's brother testified about escaping a house fire at their grandmother's home in Missouri that he believes Sarah set after she didn't inherit the house and land. Her first ex-husband also shared the time his house caught on fire once he started dating a new woman who saw Sarah running away. And the mother of David Bragg took the stand, discussing Mother's Day in 2018 when she traveled to Minnesota after Sarah fatally shot her son. Doris Swartz said at the funeral home there, Sarah put her hand on David's body and asked, "Why did you make me do that?" After the shock settled, Doris Swartz said she started to question if Sarah's story really made sense. The defense has objected over and over again to some of this testimony getting in, but the judge has allowed it. And the defense continues to remind the jury that in all of these cases, Sarah Hartsfield has never been arrested, dating back decades before she was ever accused of killing her husband, Joseph, here in Chambers County with insulin. We'll have a full recap from court tonight at 6 o'clock. But for now in Chambers County, I'm Bryce Newberry, KPRC2 News.
Please hold. Please hold. Please hold. He said, okay, so before we go look for the recap, because he said 6 o'clock, so I'm like, oh, wait, they're behind us. Okay. Here's my thing. I think it's better at this point to create a list of who she didn't try and kill or maim. That list is shorter. Yo, I'm talking about she didn't get the house, ain't no one gonna have it. She said, "I will burn this trailer park to the ground." Y'all, you got her family up here saying, yeah, she burnt this house down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she killed this dude. Yeah. Again, depending on what the jury goes with, unless you have somebody that's like, well, technically we didn't have a video camera there in the bedroom to see if she did do that or not. I know that she's killed 30 other people in the same manner, but you know what I mean? Which is okay. You know, great. That might be how it goes, whatever. But y'all, this is just, and her saying that she's up there shaking her head. You know, she's doing that like a Donna Ellison. No, that wasn't me. Nope, it's just a coincidence. 3 murders and 2 houses burnt down. I don't know what's going on. I feel bad too. It seems she tried to kill every ex and potentially their partners too. I mean, she just, and here's the thing, she was brazen. She got away with it. I think somebody, maybe Dr. Barry said it in the beginning. Somebody said this, claim your fame if you did. She should be lucky she got away with this stuff for so long. I mean, essentially, Donna too, like that kind of vibe of like, they just need to go ahead and be like, wow, you know what? I had a long run. But this, when you got your whole family, when you got your son, your brother, all these people getting up here talking about this kind of stuff, y'all, it's bad. So, yeah, when I saw that, I was like, please. She has not testified yet, Doc. 100, yeah, it's killing me that we can't hear the trial. I pray they release the stuff after the fact. At this point, if she's over here talking about that was an accidental fire. That was self-defense. That wasn't I didn't send my husband there. He did that on his own. She is pining to get on that stand. I'm talking pining to get on that stand. Because that has pushed the button with her of, I can explain. I can talk my way out of this. Hey, Emily, I hope you're doing good. Yeah, Dr. Barry, me too. I almost want to go to Texas. I mean, this is just like, come on now. So, that being said, it's Employee of the Month. I just love saying the name Employee of the Month. The toaster went arching and spark. It's the truth. It is the truth. I mean, come on now. So let's go over. Let's just read his updates from the thing today, and then we'll see if we can find it. Let's see here. Where'd y'all go? Please hold. I said, please hold. Let's do that first of all. Okay, then let's go to Click to Houston. Yeah, she's talking about, she's talking, I didn't kill all those people. She's like, what? No, he got up and got the 10 pence of insulin himself. She's like, yeah, no, what are y'all talking about? Okay, here it is. So 907, Hannah Williamson, Sarah Hartsfield, a former friend who was stationed with her at Fort Hood. Do we need to say anything else? Williamson is the 13th witness to take the stand. Hannah called her decades-long friendship with Sarah very, very close. She said Sarah even named a child after her and trusted her with her children. Hannah testified that she met Joseph Hartsfield before he married Sarah. She said the relationship seemed surprising, a rush to get married, saying that she expected to see them closer, canoodling, affectionate, but instead they sat apart across from the room, and she didn't hear any terms of affection. Hannah told jurors that Sarah expressed concerns for Joseph. At the beach house, she said an argument over something embarrassingly trivial led to Sarah becoming angry and leaving. Hannah said she worried for Joseph's safety after seeing a lightning-fast change in her friend. I'm telling y'all, lifelong friend talking about, because if anything, the lifelong friend's going to be biased. And she's like, I was like, Joseph, you need to run. Jurors also heard about Sarah's account of the 2018 shooting of David Bragg. Hannah testified that Sarah told her she acted in self-defense, firing until the gun emptied. She said she was shocked that Sarah had never mentioned it before and felt that Sarah was treating her like she was dumb while telling her such a bizarre story of how the shooting happened. Hannah said that Sarah even bragged that police barely questioned her and let her ride in the front seat of the patrol car after the shooting. I mean, and y'all, I can't with this. Hannah also recalled Sarah describing George as the love of her life. She said Sarah told her about a plot involving George, her ex-husband Chris, and her daughter Hannah, a plot to kill someone. She called it ludicrous and a far-fetched theory. Hannah testified her biggest concern was Sarah harming herself at that time. I'm always thinking this is a friend of 20 years that I love. What if this is a 1% chance that this is true? Her unaliving herself was my number one concern. It might have saved lives at that point, my God. Hannah said she later tried to warn Joseph Hartsfield, spending an hour searching for his phone number and only finding his parents. She testified she was frightened Sarah would know she was reaching out and told jurors she is still frightened to be here now. Honey, She's done. Okay, I'm talking done. I'm talking if you had her local pastor get up there, he would have nothing good to say. He'd be like, I was scared for Joseph too, and I'm going to splash some holy water on her right now. This is like bad, y'all. Yeah, Emily says she left wreckage. Oh, sorry, sweetie. Emily says she left wreckage wherever she went. I mean, it's bizarre to see. Again, you know what? It reminds me of that dude. Who's the guy that? What was his name again? If Shayna's in here, I'll ask it every time, but my brain is just all over. Aphrodite Jones case that we did. Him. I can't remember it now, but it reminds me. I mean, just that level of carnage. Well, Lori and Chad too. I mean, same thing. Northwest says, juror question. Can we just convict now? Do we Carl Carlson thing, Shayna? We got it. Carl and her need to become pen pals, right? Between the two of them, please. I mean, hello. It's like everything they touch crumbles. Just like this dark vessel of a human being, right?
That's really scary. See, oh dear. That's really scary. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Pardon me. 9:28. The cross examination begins. So during cross, Case Darwin asked Williamson if his client Sarah had denied being involved in the alleged murder plot against Heather. She said yes. Hannah testified that on March 13th, 2023, she spoke to a detective about Sarah's case. She said she talked to officers when Sarah's bail was being negotiated. She also spoke to the detective on the phone. Hannah said her priority was safety of the kids and bail bond amount. Back on questioning by the state, Hannah told jurors she never knew David George's first name. She said Sarah wanted George to recant his statement to FBI and that George was coming to the Texas house to discuss it. Sarah even sent Hannah a copy of the recant. Hannah said it concerned her because recant was a lot like the letters going to the case manager. She told jurors she worried the situation was getting into federal territory, breaking laws, and that she was concerned George could retaliate against Sarah. She said it appeared Sarah was being manipulated by holding the opportunity to come back to her by signing a recant. Case Darwin pressed on the recant, pointing out that in it, Sarah said she wasn't involved. Hannah confirmed that George ultimately said Sarah had nothing to do with it and that he wrote the recant while sitting with Sarah. She testified she hasn't heard from George since, but has concerns he might harm Sarah. On redirect, the state asked about Sarah's relationship with George after the recantation. And Hannah said Sarah and George didn't get back together because Joseph was already in the picture. The witness was then dismissed. This next one's long. Hold on. So 10 o'clock, Williams is released from the stand. The 14th witness, Doris Swart, David Bragg's mother, was called to the stand. So this guy she killed in self-defense. That's why it's so long. On the stand, Swart described Sarah's relationship with David Bragg as tumultuous. She said Sarah would often call or text about the relationship, which ultimately ended in David Bragg's death. Swart testified that before Bragg's death, Sarah was in Texas while Bragg was in Minnesota. When Sarah returned to Minnesota, Bragg lived only 3 more days, according to his mother. Swart said Sarah told her the first 2 days were bliss, but by the 3rd day, Sarah claimed Bragg had lost his mind. Swart told jurors Sarah admitted giving Bragg Ambien to help him sleep at night, and at times Ritalin to give him energy focus to rebuild the house, though it was not prescribed. Swart said she was worried about the Ambien and night terrors. Sarah told Swart that one night she returned to the house and found the doors locked. She claimed Bragg eventually opened the back door, threw her against the wall, and grabbed her by the throat until she said, "Dave, it's me." According to Sarah, Bragg apologized and acted like he didn't know what happened. Sarah said she left, picked up her daughters, and came back with them in the car. She told Swart that she took 2 guns out of the car, one in her hand and one in her pocket, as a show of force. Sarah claimed Bragg took one of the guns, threatened her, and as she went upstairs to get close, Bragg shot towards her, and she closed her eyes and started shooting. Bragg was shot 5 times in the chest. Swart said she initially believed Sarah because she knew her son suffered from night terrors, but later she said she started to question her story because she knew her son was an avid firearms user who always had a clip in his gun and would have noticed if the gun he was holding did not have a clip. 3 days after the shooting, Swart saw Sarah, who told her she was sorry Swart had to spend Mother's Day traveling to Minnesota because David Bragg was dead, saying it had to be the worst Mother's Day ever. She enjoyed saying that. She got pleasure out of that. Swart says she stayed in Minnesota for 3 weeks. At the funeral home, she recalled Sarah crying, touching Bragg's body, and saying, "Why did you make me do that?" Swart said that Sarah was not hysterical and soon seemed to move on, going shopping often. Swart testified that Sarah later told her she went to her grandmother's house after the funeral, took belongings, and returned and burned the house down to keep her brother from having it. My God. Swart said she thought that was really weird. She contacted county law enforcement, but they told her the case was already closed. I mean, this is half the reason why she got away with it. On cross-examination, defense attorney Case Darwin pointed to a decline letter that noted limited bullet hole trajectory analysis. He also emphasized that David Bragg made his own decisions about what medicine to take. On redirect, the prosecutors highlighted Sarah's military training, saying she knew to aim for center mass. Swart agreed that Bragg was a very good shot, which made the bullet hole in the ceiling suspicious. She also said she wasn't surprised law enforcement didn't pursue the alleged arson of the grandmother's home. Swart added that she went back to Minnesota twice more to help Sarah unload furniture she had moved from Texas. I mean, can we get any worse testimony? And I think I'm about to answer my question. I mean, y'all, she enjoyed sitting there saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you had to travel up here to see your dead son on Mother's Day. It must be the worst one you've had." Yeah, it is, isn't it? Tell me how bad it is. I mean, she enjoyed every second of that. Again, it's Mary Bell going to see the victim's mother. "Did you miss your son? I'm sorry. It must be really hard that he was murdered." You know what I'm saying? Like, they get that kind of pleasure. Hold on, Bobo. You're starting to drool, honey. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Then let's come back over here. "Hey, police wife Amy." I said, "What's up?" I said, "Hello." I said, "Dun dun 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 dun." I don't know where I'm going with that. Okay. Now, this is where I said, "Can the testimony get worse?" Well, it's about to. It's her brother. Okay. So Swart leaves the stand. Sarah's brother gets up there, Cody Smith. Cody described the night their grandmother's house caught fire. I mean, y'all. It starts off with a bang. The jury, y'all. I would give good if somebody was like, "Paul, if you make the 20-hour drive to Texas, we'll let you go in there and just watch the jury." I'd be like, "Okay, I'll go to it." I mean, I guess that anybody could do that, right? The jury is sitting over there like, WTF. Okay. Like, what is going on here? Okay, so Cody describes the night that their grandmother's house caught fire. He said he last saw Sarah in 2014 when they were cleaning out their grandmother's home after her funeral. He said he and his wife let Sarah have what she wanted from the house. The home had been left to Cody in the will, and he had been living there with his wife and grandmother before she passed. Cody said that Sarah took items to a storage shed while a nephew around 10 or 11 was visiting and fell asleep on the couch. Cody went to bed around 10:30. He said he opened his eyes to haze. Oh, so people were in the house. He opened his eyes to haze and smelled smoke. Cody said the fire was in the grandmother's room, which had been cleaned out, and that the old farmhouse floor made it difficult to put out the fire. Cody said he passed out a bit and woke to his wife's voice. The nephew had burns on his ears, nose, and chin and was hospitalized with smoke inhalation. Cody called Sarah about half an hour after the fire department left. He said she seemed alert and told him, "Well, I'm still here, so whatever you're trying to do didn't work." Sarah told Cody she didn't do anything and seemed surprised the nephew had been there. Cody also noted the family dog Fluff was missing and a will kept in a safe was gone. A fire investigator came to the scene but couldn't determine the origin due to too many hot spots around the house. Cody said he never called police but did speak with the fire marshal. Sarah was never arrested. This is the other thing. Pause for a second. It's insane how you see how she's gotten away with all this stuff. It's like the cookie has just crumbled in a very specific way that she has been able to just continually get away with this. This is crazy. I mean, to me, like, if she gets a conviction out of this, this is representing justice for so many people in situations. Okay, let's keep going. What's going on here? Okay. I don't understand. Why is this doing this? Okay. Sorry, my phone's blowing up or whatever. My phone's blowing up. Yeah, it's just, it's nothing good. It's just the ring bell is doing something. Okay. Cody later filed an insurance claim for the house and was paid. On cross, Cody said that Sarah had taken everything out of his grandmother's room and had wanted to be amicable so that she was satisfied. He said drapes and walls were on fire and that he lost sentimental items, which he said he wanted instead of insurance money. Cody told jurors that he does not know who, how, or where Joseph Hartsfield was killed. Smith was released from the stand. The 16th witness, John Anderson, an FBI agent, was called to the stand. He's worked with the FBI more than 20 years, served in the Army, and he testified about an alleged murder. I mean, y'all, brace yourselves. He testified about an alleged murder for hire plot linked to Sarah Hartsfield. Y'all. Again, we just need to start documenting the crimes that she did not commit and people she didn't kill. Okay, that is much shorter than the other. Okay, that is much shorter. This is crazy. Okay, where are we at? Okay, yes. Anderson said the investigation began when an attorney in Killeen, Texas, was contacted by David George, Sarah's ex-boyfriend, who said he had been coerced and hired by Sarah to kill Heather Donahue, the wife of Sarah's ex-husband, Christopher Donahue. Anderson said he interviewed the attorney and then coordinated with the Minneapolis FBI to interview George. The investigation corroborated George's statement through the interviews with Sarah's children, her ex-husband Christopher, and a lady by the name of Pamela Sue Ellis, as well as surveillance video. The video from a Ring camera at the Donahue's home in Sierra Vista, Arizona, showed a man delivering, please hold, flowers. George later told the FBI he had traveled to Arizona to deliver the flowers and that he was instructed by Sarah to kill Heather Donahue. Anderson testified that George said Sarah wanted Heather removed because of a custody battle, and that if she was out of the picture, Sarah could come in and pick up the pieces. The agent said George did not explain why he went along with the plan, but appeared petrified of Sarah. George later recanted that Sarah had anything to do with the murder for hire plot, claiming the plot was fabricated, and he was upset at Sarah for accusing him of cheating, and that he had been manipulated by Christopher Donahue to make up the story. Based on the recantation, the U.S. Attorney's Office rejected charges. The agent testified that at least 4 agents and 1 task force officer were involved in the investigations, and that George appeared to be working on Sarah's behalf and wouldn't have done that at all if it weren't for Sarah. The agent said the FBI took it very seriously, but had no control over what charges were accepted by the U.S. Attorney's Office. The defense asked questions, but only to remind him that the FBI was not involved in Joseph's case. The agent said the first call regarding the investigation was made on 2021 and was then excused. Okay. Anderson was released. 17th witness, Barb Stewart, Sarah's foster mother when she was a teenager, was called to the stand. Barb was only on the stand for a few minutes, testifying that Sarah had been a foster child with her from ages 12 to 13 for 3 to 4 years. She said the last time they spoke was 2018. Barb told jurors that she took a lot of furniture and antiques from their grandmother's home, and that she was not happy with her brother. She was not happy her brother had inherited the home because she wanted it. On cross-exam, Barb said she did not know that Sarah had married Joseph and did not know how Joseph died. She was dismissed after that. Then Stewart was released. Titus Noer's child, Sarah's first husband, is called to the stand. Titus testified about their high school relationship and marriage. He said they dated in high school and were married for 2 years starting in September of 1993. He described the relationship as tumultuous and said they fought a lot. I mean, it seems to be a theme here, right? Titus had said he moved out of the home while his ex-best friend moved in. He tried to end the relationship and began dating someone else, but Sarah found out and told him, "I don't leave her, she leaves me." Titus said this made him feel like something would happen to him. Titus told jurors he believes Sarah tried to set his home on fire in 1995. He said he and his now wife were watching a movie when gasoline had been splashed on their trailer, and his wife saw Sarah running away. Titus said he thought Sarah was trying to get even. Titus said he was frightened of Sarah because she cares about herself and money, and if I would have died, she would have gotten money because the two were still married. When asked if Sarah intentionally tried to harm him, Titus said yes. On cross-exam, he reiterated, "It is my testimony that gasoline was on the trailer and my girlfriend, now wife, saw her running away." I mean, again, are we surprised? No. Please hold while I take a sip of something. I mean, y'all, she knows there are no limits to her and her rage. This is crazy. This is why you see why I'm like, oh, she's toast. I mean, this is just like you said. Then the jury went to lunch. When they got back, Brian Altus, Sarah's former partner, takes the stand. After a 104A hearing allowed him to testify before the jury, he described his relationship with Sarah as an affair since she was married at the time. He called the relationship like a roller coaster, saying the highs were very high and the lows were very low. He said in 2016, the same day he went to court and a restraining order was placed on him, Hartsfield reached out to a mutual friend. She allegedly told him she would drop the order if they sat down to talk because she was pregnant. Altus said he was surprised because Hartsfield had told him before that her tubes were tied. He said that Hartsfield came to his house and tried to get back with him, and when he refused and his mom came to the house, Hartsfield asked to use the bathroom before leaving. Altus said she stayed inside the restroom for more than 15 minutes while he spoke with his sister outside. Afterward, he left to go to a local bar for about 30 minutes. During that time, the police called and told him that his house was on fire. Y'all, stop it. Altus testified that Hartsfield later reached out saying she was sorry to hear about his home and implied that someone in his family may have set the fire to hurt her. Investigators determined the fire was electrical. Altus also said that Hartsfield continued to send him messages afterward, trying to convince him she was pregnant. He said she never had a baby. God, y'all. I mean, this is crazy. 3 arsons. Y'all, this is y'all. I'm telling you, Carl Carlson. Okay, so he gets dismissed. The next witness is Robert Hemingway, a former Chambers County lieutenant. So he was a supervisor on call the night that Joseph was hospitalized. He admitted he was skeptical at first when investigators suspected foul play, but said his opinion changed once Sarah started talking. Lieutenant describes Sarah as nonchalant, saying she acted like it was just another day and, quote, no big deal, while her husband was unresponsive in the hospital bed. He said her answers seemed almost rehearsed. He testified that the house reeked of animal feces and urine, with a trashed bathroom, clutter, and insulin pens scattered around. Hartsfield told investigators her husband was messy, calling him a pig, and insisted she was the clean one because of her military background. Hold on one second. Let me scroll down. Hold on. Body camera video showed in court Sarah walking with officers through her home while Joseph was unresponsive in the hospital. On the video, she talked about separating from his family and complained they were watching her like a hawk. The lieutenant testified that Sarah's demeanor while her husband was in the hospital, saying she was calm, lighthearted, and even laughing. Hemingway admitted that he failed to collect evidence, including insulin pens that Sarah gathered in front of him, and called that 100% an error on his part. He also said no crime scene technician was brought in to preserve the scene. In his personal opinion, he believes Sarah administered the insulin to her husband, but admitted he wasn't in the room when it happened and couldn't say how or when it was given. So here's the tricky part. So with this, because I mean, no one's going to be able to prove that. Like, unfortunately, and like you said, yep, mistake on my part. And I mean, they can't prove that. So it's going to take the jury, and it just depends on if the jury goes out on that limb and puts 2 and 2 together and says, yeah, you know, or if they go by the book and like, we technically can't say what happened, but I mean, you have numerous people saying, I believe that she did it. And I'm not talking about just like me, you know what I mean? But like the cop, the medical person, the credentialed people's what I'm getting at, okay? Saying, yeah, we're like really sure she did it, but technically we weren't in there to see it. It's just, okay, let's keep going. So 3 o'clock, he leaves the stand. Then Aaron Papson, Sarah's realtor, took the stand. I mean, they got realtors coming in here, mailman, you name it. Everybody's got something to say about her. Let's see if she burned the realtor's house down. She didn't get the house she wanted, burn his house down. Okay, Papson said he first met Sarah in June 2021 and that he drove several hours to show her homes. During the first meeting, he said that Sarah had mentioned she had once been investigated for murder for hire plot, but said the case was dismissed because it wasn't true. Why on earth would you tell that to your realtor? She was trying to scare him. She was trying to intimidate him. And you know what I'm saying? She was like, look, if you don't make this deal go through, I'm just saying, I've been investigated for arson 10 times and several unsolved murders. I will retaliate, okay? Okay. He testified he found it strange and intense for her to tell him something like that the first time they had met. Okay, can we say trauma dumping 101? Over the next year, the two worked together in multiple home searches, often getting properties under contract before Sarah would back out during the option period. Eventually, he helped Sarah buy her Beach City home. During one of their conversations, Papson couldn't remember when, but he said, Sarah, I told him, that she shot someone in Minnesota and claimed it was ruled self-defense. He said he thought this information was too extreme to share with a realtor. I mean, it is. Jurors were then shown text messages from late 2022 where Sarah wrote about wanting to sell the Beach City house and planning an exit strategy that didn't include her husband, Joseph. He literally buried me in debt, one text read, and others, she described his family as dysfunctional and said he wasn't the man she thought he was. In one of the messages, though, Sarah said Joseph could come if he wanted. It's all right there. The agent said he later learned of Joseph's death through Facebook post and an obituary Sarah sent him, which listed the cause of death as stroke. He also recalled getting a missed call from Hartsfield at 1:30 a.m. after Joseph had died. He said he then decided to share his conversations with law enforcement, saying the things Sarah had told him just didn't sit right. Why is she going to call the realtor at 1:30 a.m.? Hey, Jackie, how's that going? I mean, come on. I'm very surprised she got away with this stuff this long. She brazen. But nobody was doing anything. They were letting her ride in the front seat of the police car. I mean, come on. Okay. There's not much more left. Okay. 3:25. The realtor leaves. The next person's Noah. This was Joseph's cousin and coworker. So Noah worked with him at the chemical plant in LaPorte. Noah said that he only met Sarah once at their wedding, but he regularly saw Joseph at work. He testified that Joseph seemed often annoyed in the relationship and appeared upset about Sarah often. One conversation in particular stood out to Abston. That's his last name. On January 3rd, 2022, Joseph asked if he could move in with him, saying he needed a place to live. Noah agreed, and while he didn't go into detail, he said he understood why Joe needed to get out. Noah also testified that Sarah frequently called the plant where Joseph worked and that coworkers had discussed her past. He said he was sure that Joseph was trying to leave Sarah. Okay. And that's it. So listen to this. The state said they're expecting to wrap their case by Wednesday, October 8th. Yeah, we got time. Do we need to get a little rent a bus and we'll pick everybody up along the way? Okay, we'll pick all y'all up. Okay. You know what we'll do? We'll have everybody wait at their local Walmart because, I mean, come on. The only case we haven't heard from Walmart yet, but we actually don't need Walmart for this one. Okay. But we'll do like a little busathon, and if everybody just goes and stands outside their local Walmart, we'll pick the Sofa Squad up and we'll land in Texas. Y'all. This is why, like, there's literally podcasts dedicated to this woman and her life, right? Of like just dissecting it, because who doesn't have a story? Okay. Who doesn't have a story or a house burned down by this woman? This is insane. I pray they give her a guilty verdict for the sake of all these other people. 100% they're pressing charges in Minnesota. 100% they're going to. Okay. 100% have to. A lot of this other stuff. See, she's just been lucky. She must be kind of MacGyver-ish. You know what I'm saying? To be able to be like, I'm going to go in the bathroom for 20 minutes and make an electrical fire. I mean, she knows how to get away with this stuff. And then some of it's just luck. But like that whole thing with the realtor, why are you going to tell your realtor all that? I mean, to see how brazen and unhinged she was and see how long she got away with this. Like, in my opinion, it finally caught up with her. Again, the jury is over there like this is the look on their face. They had pretend she's sitting over here. They had to be like this. And this is the stand. This is where they had to be like. That's what I'd be doing the whole time. Okay. I would just be looking at her like, these people are scared to death of her. I don't blame them. I would be too. She's got that one dude going to kill people. He's so scared of her. This is pure evil. Pure evil. I mean, y'all. I know, right? Pink says she tried this in Texas. Literally. Yeah, ain't no way the jury's jaws aren't on the floor. Because again, at a certain point, you just had to be like, how? What? How did she? I have some. Can you imagine if this was one of those courtrooms where the jury could ask questions? Every witness, I would have 10 questions. I'd be like, now tell me this again. Okay, now what happened? Like, I'd want to know real particulars. You know what I mean? Where I'd be like, okay, now when she went in the bathroom for 15 minutes, did you hear noises coming out? Did you go ask her? Did you smell any smoke when she left? Like, how did we, just that one thing alone? Yeah, this is one, like RJB says, it'd be hard to stay stone faced in the jury box. Literally. Like, this would be one that I just like, like from the, what do you call the people? The I almost said pedestrians, but not pedestrians. The people viewing the court, you know what I'm saying? They're sitting in there. There has to be some rumblings like, huh? I know I'd be. They would have kicked me out. The third fire would have got me kicked out. That would have got me kicked out. You would have heard just an audible, what? And they would have been like, you right there, second row back, go on. Gallery, thank you, RGB. Go on, get out of here. You can come back after lunch. We're all thinking it. You said it. Oh, thank you, Emily, for gifting 5 memberships. People who get new memberships, if you leave the room and come back in, you can use your emojis and stuff. I think this is gonna be quick. Yeah, do we want to bet? Like, I'm giving the jury tops 4 hours. Tops. Okay. The testimony just gets worse and worse. It doesn't get any better for her. And again, she is pining to get on that stand. Pining. You know, she's got an excuse for everything. That's how she's gotten away with this stuff. She having excuses for everything. She's going to want to get up there and just, this is why this went down. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Nope. Y'all. I'm in shock. I wish we could see. Gosh, can you imagine if we were able to watch this live? We would be dying at the third arson. Dying. And everything. I mean, God, to see her brother up there saying that. Come on now. Being able to see her jewelry. You know, her or whatever. Yeah, Francis, I agree. I have no clue how she got away with this for so long. Okay. Literally no clue. It's insane to me that she did. Yeah, this is why we can't have nice things. Hey, Sadie, how's it going? Yeah, RGB says when they take the first vote to see where everyone stands guilty. Y'all, when they go back in that room and they situate and they do their little foreman thing and they do okay. Hey, Casper. Hey, CD. Hey, Mary. You know it's probably gonna be all 12 people talking about, yeah, I mean, it just, when your family is getting up here, and not even just your family, but I mean, it's an extended family, strangers. But again, here's the thing. Listen to the medical professionals and the police officers and the investigators who are getting up there. So that police officer who admitted that was 100% a mistake on my part. I mean, that shows the integrity where he's like, yep, you know what? I shouldn't have done that. Absolute mistake. You know, it shows the credibility is what I'm getting at, you know, because I'm not like, oh, carte blanche, you know, just because you're the doctor or the cop, you get, you know, whatever. No, you know what I'm saying? But in this situation here, like you're hearing from all these different professionals who are like, yep, you know what? Can't say that I was in there and saw it administered, but this is what it looks like what happened. You know, here's the science behind it. Here's the this. And then you hear all this kind of testimony. No, she's cooked. Yeah, Jackie says, I kind of think some jurors know by eye contact with other jurors long before deliberations. Yeah, because you can imagine you can't talk about it, but then like if you're like looking at somebody and they'd be like, yeah, you voting for Old Sparky? Okay, yeah. If anyone had doubts, because it remote, so and this is also interesting with this case. See how it's like day one, we were like, I don't know. Do they got enough evidence? And I mean, still, this is anything, y'all. They could have video of her doing it, and you could still get. You never know these days, right? So I mean, there's that, right? Completely, yes. But we went from that on the first day to yikes. Teresa, we are 100% covering Brian Walsh out of Massachusetts, and I'm actually working on some like overview. I did videos of him like way back when, but I'm going to do some overview videos coming out like maybe in the next week or so. And then we're going to live stream that trial 100% and like watch it together. If it happens, right? Again, anything can happen between now and then. So yeah, 100%. Now on that note, so this is what we're gonna do. So tomorrow is gonna be like a recap because so many things have gone on. We got Corey Richards drama, P. Diddy sentenced barely. You know, some people are nervous to get on the stand, and I don't blame them. I would be. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Lake and Snelling docs were released. So much has gone on. Hold on one second. Yeah, and one thing that's good, so switching back to the Brian Walsh thing. So this trial that we're doing right now made me nervous because like, oh, it's going to take like, 3 weeks. But no, they're going to wrap. If the state thinks they're going to wrap up by October 8th, the defense is going to call in who? You know what I'm saying? Besides getting her on the stand. So we're going to have a buffer zone is what I'm getting to. We will. And remember for this trial, they will stream. We're going to be able to watch together. I mean, hopefully, the closing and the verdict. So that part we'll be able to see. So yeah. So anyways, so tomorrow we're going to do 7:00. We'll do 7:00 for the recap tomorrow. And I'll figure out what cases we're going to focus on, but some of the names, the ones that I just read out for sure. There's so many of them, it's going to be hard to cover all of them. But we're going to keep trudging along. Can I help you, sir? And then...
See, sure.
Oh, yes, Amy, I did get my P.O. box. Do y'all have that link to it that makes it pop up, y'all? And I can do this too. Hold on. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Look at this sweet little thing. Sam had a very rough day. Yeah, so the video on the main channel today is about Lorenz Krauss, who went on the news and admitted to killing his parents. God help them. Bless their hearts. Probably died a horrifying death. Thank you, Amy. And that was unhinged. We'll see more of him. 100% he'll take that to trial. I can tell you that. He's just a... Ugh. Sunday's video is Sarah Boone bad lip reading. And then Monday will be a Sharilla phone call. So yeah, stay tuned for this, Sarah. And I'm going to do a poll thing maybe on the Sunday video pinned comment to ask who wants to do, hold on, let me rephrase that. What's the next bad lip reading? Oh, thank you, Yvette. I appreciate that. So yeah, so we'll see. Because there's so many. I had so much fun with the Sarah Boone one, and I could probably do a whole bad lip reading of just like the interrogation, because I mixed it all up. I did a whole bunch of them in the thing or whatever. Oh, thank you, Peachy. Yeah, it was fun. So, and then yeah, we'll pick back up with this on Monday. Meaning, oh yeah, Anthony Todd, that would be so good. Oh my gosh. Daryl Brooks. Oh my God. Yeah, Daryl Brooks. Or Ship Business. I need to see if I can channel Robert. There, y'all are coming up with good ones. Anthony Todd. See, Daryl Brooks is still so triggering. Like the absolute rage that man incites in me. Oh, I know the video I did today on the Sharilla phone call where she's blaming Dominic. I don't know if Dr. Barry's still listening and if she's done this yet, but I would love to see her take on Sharilla on all those phone calls and like the family dynamics. You know what I'm saying? The professionals. Tori, I hope you're doing well, Tori. Tori, side note, the chair loves it. Loves it. Tori sent me the link to this. She was like, hey, it just went on sale. And I was like, I want to get a gamer chair, whatever you call these. And I love it. Yeah. With the Daryl with the way he just, Now, I mean, Grant, complete fodder for like bad lip reading. I mean, please, he was that whole trial, and the dude who killed his parents and confessed on the news thing, I think will be a very similar to a Daryl Brooks, but not in that like outrageous way. But the stuff that dude's talking about, y'all, it's like, what he will 100% do that. Amanda, this came from Amazon. Now I can't remember the name. You know what? Hold on one second. I can look it up right now. I said, please hold. I said, please hold. I said, uh-huh. That's right. Oh, yeah. I said, what do you want from me? I don't know what song that's from. Okay. It is the Calm Homa. Let me click it. Calm Homa Big and Tall Office Chair. Calm Homa Big and Tall Office Chair. Thank you, Susie. Oh, yeah. Grand Amato would be a good bad lip reading one in it. That would be a good one. His interrogation. Ugh, man, what a dweeb. Now, he's another one you want to pick him up by his ears. You know what I'm saying? I know that would be so fun to collab with True Crime Loser. He's going to be doing a live show. I can't remember. Is it this weekend? Or he's like a real comedian, I guess. Oh, the song is by Adam Lambert. What is it called? Am I singing it right? What do you want from me? It's obviously like recessed in the back of my brain somewhere. But yeah, this one, and this has this little, cute little footsie thing that you pull out and you flip it like this, like a barber chair. And now see my leg, you can't see, but like my legs are like a recliner, but not a recliner. I'm like, hello, I'm just sitting up in the air. I'm floating. So, and yeah, I mean, you can't beat it for the price. I was like, please, okay, let's try it. What do y'all want from me? Now I'm gonna listen to it, y'all. For anybody who listens to Indigo Girls, their documentary "It's Only Life After All" is on Netflix now. I was literally watching it before. I'm gonna finish it when I'm done here. For like kind of while I'm snoozing off. Yeah, it's called "What Do You Want From Me?" Okay, so then that's what. That's funny. What's the name of that song? It's literally what you're singing, Paul. Yeah, so it's on Netflix and it's good. So it's like all this footage of them. It's so good. Oh my gosh. I've been waiting for it to come out, like on a platform like that. And so yeah, they've released it. That's why I think they were on Good Morning America today. So that was really good. Oh, you know what? So, okay, hold on. Let's look at Corey Richards real quick because I haven't even looked at the thing yet. I know drama went down, but I haven't read into it. Okay. Corey Richards seeking jail release after star witness recants he provided fentanyl used to kill husband. Oh my God. Okay. The man prosecutors say supplied Labor with fentanyl. Robert Crozier recants that claim in an affidavit filed by Richard's defense team seeking her release from jail. He claims that he recanted the claim in an interview with two members of the prosecutor's office back in April, but the defense says they were not informed about this. Corey is asking the judge overseeing her murder trial to reconsider her bail and the conditions of her release after the prosecution's star witness recanted his statement about providing the fentanyl the Utah housewife allegedly used to kill her husband. Prosecutors accused Richards of fatally poisoning her husband, Eric, in March of 2022 by spiking his drink with fentanyl she allegedly acquired from her housekeeper, Carmen Labor. The allegation was based off interviews with both Labor and the man said to have supplied the drugs, Robert. But now Richard's defense team claims that he recanted the statement in April and accuses prosecutors of knowingly withholding the info from the defense. The state cannot place fentanyl in the hands of Richens. The state has no case. Defense attorney Catherine writes in her motion for bail reconsideration. She goes on to write that Robert's statement doesn't just poke holes in the case, it throws a grenade into the middle of it, leaving them nothing but speculation and conjecture. Included alongside the motion is an affidavit from Robert who states that while he did sell Labor OxyContin on 2 occasions, he never sold her fentanyl. Nestor states in her motion requesting any additional exculpatory evidence from the prosecutors that she only discovered the discrepancy when she herself interviewed Cozier ahead of the trial. Hold on. Okay, so now let's talk about this. If it makes it to trial, okay. I mean, I guess this is my thing. And it's like, okay, they're hanging their hat on like, oh no, this is, and maybe he is the star witness. And maybe he's like, yeah, I sold it here and I did this. Now, if this comes out that they withheld the information, does this look shady? Yes, this isn't a cute look, right? But correct me if I'm wrong here, and it's been a minute since I've gone down the Corey Richens rabbit hole. Lord help me. I mean, isn't there all this other evidence? And yeah, Dominic says, I don't think I'll throw the case. They still have the testimony from the housekeeper. I mean, it's almost like, well, they can't put it in her hands. I guess they're saying he could have gotten it from anyone and done this. I feel like there's a lot more evidence that's, you know, just as damning. So why is everything hanging up on him selling the fentanyl? Yeah, all the fraud charges. And, you know, and again, here's the thing. If they the prosecutor's office withheld that and they didn't tell it, that is like, okay, regardless if it's a bombshell, whatever, you know, come on. I know that walk the dog letter, God help us. Doesn't make them look great, but I also feel like the defense is going to latch on to anything they can. That's their job, right? To keep her from going to prison and out. Oh, Teresa says there's a documentary on Hulu on the Lilith Fair. Oh my gosh. I want to see that. So yeah, I mean, I'm not personally worried about it, but we'll see. But as we've seen though, anything these cases are off the hook these days. It's like anything happens, you know, they could let her go tomorrow and then she gets rearrested in 2 months. It could get postponed again. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. But that's what they're going to latch on to. So let me tell you what, that better, again, I 100% think that she killed him. And it's a trial that I absolutely want to see, because you want to talk about, I think she's going to want to, again, I think she's going to want to get up there and talk her way out of it. You know, she's going to be like, look, let me on that stand. I've written children's books. I know what I'm doing. Okay. I've got this. I've got this. Yeah, the housekeeper is still saying, no, I got it from there and I gave it to her. I don't know why she asked me for it, but then her husband was dead. You know, okay. So he wants to recant that. I mean, if I sold the fentanyl to them and it killed somebody, I would want to recant that I did that too. Right? I don't want to admit it either. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on now. So there you go. So yeah, I'm gonna run. I'm starting to zone out over here. I'm gonna go watch my Indigo Girls and eat my dinner and go to bed. So tomorrow 7 o'clock we'll do case updates. We'll talk about Diddy. We'll talk about Corey. We'll talk about Laken, like all the little things going on in true crime world. And that's it. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you, mods, for being here and keeping the squad going. Thank you, squad, for being here and keeping the squad going. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Friday night, a wonderful Saturday morning. We'll close out with Slow Morrison's Ode to the Sofa, and I will see you tomorrow.
The pillows are fluff thanks to Miss Emily. The couch is wide enough, join the family. It's all love while we laugh at first criminalities. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup at hey, hey, hey. come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh please, the puppies need me. Oh, oh please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credential stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sip it from the cup and hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh please, the puppies need me. Oh please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credentialed stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sip it from the cup that hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough.